We talked about the victimology. We haven't really talked much about the suspectology, and we don't know how many suspects there may be, or if there are even any suspects. There may be evidence that completely supports that this woman crashed on a bike and fell into the creek, and the river was running fast enough that it took her downstream, and it's becoming a recovery effort. There are so many different scenarios, but tell me a little bit about the suspectology, the study of who some of the suspects might be. And sadly, the only one that we really know of, other than the boogeyman, is the husband. Who is he?
Yeah, so what I've learned is, just through open source, right, is Barry is, he's kind of, he was that guy in high school, right? I listened to an interview of one of the neighbors or one of their past friends, and she's known them, since high school. They were, together. He was that guy. He was a catch. The girls knew he was going to go places. They're both very smart people. They attended Purdue University. I believe he got his degree in horticulture and landscaping. He was a professional landscaper, had very successful businesses. They also owned a couple of additional businesses in Indiana where they're originally from. He was a hunter. We have evidence of that through the photographs of the home that they sold. You can see some of the hunting things up on the walls and stuff. So, he seemed like, when he got to Colorado, they fell right into the community and, their community, neighborhood group. One of the guys there was the fire chief of the local, fire department, and, enticed him to come work for him as a volunteer firefighter, and went to the fire academy, and really engaged, and, kind of left, Suzanne, as an independent woman. They've been married 30-something years, and so she was doing her thing, which, we have an understanding of who she is. But, he just seems like your regular, hard charger, and, but those kind of personalities as a whole, potentially could be somewhat dominant, in relationships. So we don't know that yet, but, he'd been described as potentially being, that type of individual as well.
There's a lot of people that are complaining online. I know a police chief in Texas who calls the complainers the community of 10. They have such a loud voice. They sound like there are more of them than there are. These complaints are that, hey, wait a minute, this guy is saying he's at a training conference. His fire chief is saying, I don't know of what that would be because of COVID and other things. We really don't have anything going. I don't know. What's the likelihood he is at training? And again, is that will become one of those really important pieces of evidence that you can use to impeach someone in their discussion of what they're doing?
Yeah, and going back to what you pointed out, Mike, about the cell phone, right? If he's in Denver, well, you're going to have a ping. You're going to find out pretty quickly if that's his phone, pinging off those towers. Because when you start getting into those, into that environment down there, there's a lot more, cell activity that you're going to have to have, some very positive evaluation on. So.
Yeah, hey, thanks a lot for listening in today. We're really new at this, and we're trying to give you content that makes sense. And thanks for giving us a shot. I hope that we can do things that make sense to you. So until we get together next time, thanks a lot, and have a great day.